What's up with it, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Raider Honcho, and I'm back with a brand new video for you. Alright guys, get right into it. You already know the vibes. You already know what type of time I'm on. If you're not subscribed to the channel, well damn, subscribe to the channel. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho. Check out RaiderHoncho.com. And don't forget to hit the likes on this video right now. So, as we're about to take on the Indianapolis Colts, the Raiders are 2-6. The season seems to be over. Everybody seems to think we're tanking. I saw Josh McDaniels do a press conference yesterday saying, you know, pretty much that he wasn't tanking, that they're trying to do everything they can to win these games. They're putting everything they have into these games, but at the end of the day, the Raiders don't have much to put into these games anyway. And honestly, I want to ask the question, do you guys think the Raiders should be tanking or think they shouldn't be tanking? Get down in the comments, let me know what you think. But at the end of the day, I just think what's fascinating is how chaotic the Raiders season has been. It has been total chaos. When you talk about the start we had against the Chargers, Derek Carr throwing 3 interceptions, but even if we go before that, the expectations that the Raiders had, okay, you got rid of Gus Bradley, you brought in Patrick Graham, who was supposed to be some supernova oracle of defenses, and he was supposed to turn things around. Well, that didn't work. When you talk about getting rid of Bisaccia and bringing in the offensive guru who is supposed to be Josh McDaniels, bringing in the Patriot way, bringing in the winning formula, and that hasn't done well as we've seen thus far this season. So it's just been, when you talk about that, you talk about the Darren Waller situation, you talk about regression, you talk about Hunter Renfrow doesn't look the same, you talk about Colton Miller doesn't look the same, Max Crosby's doing everything he can on the defensive side of the ball. We lose Nate Hobbs, but everybody else, I mean, Trayvon Merrick took a step back. You got rid of Trayvon Mullen. It's just everything seems to be chaotic, and when things start going bad, they start going bad very, very quickly. And you're talking about when it rains, it pours. I just think it's fascinating how fast everybody has turned on the Raiders. Every single person who supported the Raiders before the season has completely jumped off the bandwagon, which I'm okay with, but I think it's important that we point it out. When you talk about the media that thought the Raiders were going to do this and the Raiders were going to do that, now everybody's starting to turn their back on the Raiders. Derek Carr's not going to be the quarterback next year. Colin Cowherd saying that, even though Colin Cowherd has supported Derek Carr for so long, right? You talk about the Brandon Marshalls coming out and saying that Josh McDaniels isn't suited to be a head coach, and you're starting to hear all these rumblings and these whispers about the locker room being divided. You get rid of Jonathan Abram for nothing. You couldn't trade anybody at the deadline. It has just been a very chaotic season, and I just don't know where the Raiders go from here. I don't know how positive you can be as a fan seeing how things are going right now. And are the Raiders just playing for a top draft pick? Are the Raiders trying to win games? At the end of the day, we're in a lose-lose situation, because if you lose the game, well, you lose another game. If you win the game, then you lose in draft position. And so I just think that the Raiders are in such a peculiar situation. I've never seen the Raiders in this situation. Like, either we sucked and that was that, or we were good and we were good. It kind of feels like the Raiders are so much better than what their record is, but you are what your record is. So it's kind of hard to say the Raiders shouldn't be 2-6 right now, but you have to feel like the Raiders, with all that talent that they have on the offensive side of the ball, should be scoring more than 20, 22 points a game. They just should. I know the defense doesn't have a high price tag, and you expect them to give up points because they were bad last year, and it's the same guys. They should be bad this year. But you thought that with bringing in the Patrick Grahams, that you were going to see a little bit of different football. You thought you were going to see a little more urgency, a little more competency. You just thought it was just going to be more, like, it was just going to look better, and things just don't look better right now. The offense doesn't look better than it did last year. The defense definitely doesn't look better than it did last year, and all these injuries popping up. I just don't know where the Raiders go from here. So I want you guys to get down in the comments, let me know what you think. It's Saturday, it's the day before the game. How y'all feeling about this Colts game? Do you think the Raiders should go out there and try to win, or you think the Raiders should just roll over and die and just say, look, I want a top 5 draft pick? Because I don't know how that affects Derek Carr. I don't know how that affects Devontae Adams. I don't know how that affects Josh McDaniels and his defense with Patrick Graham. So get down in the comments, let me know what you think. If you like the video, like the video. You like the content on this channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho. Until the next time, as always, Raider Honcho out.